everyone, this is Coach Matt over at Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. Answering a question today that was left on our YouTube channel in the comment section under a video. This gentleman wanted me to kind of explain a little bit more how to get the pop, how to get the right amount of force and pop with his hips at the end of the throw. And that's something that we're going to go through today. Now, being able to pop your hip, being able to turn and throw that hip has to deal with the position of your lower body. You have to think of it this way. If you were trying to jump in the air as high as possible, you would need to bend your legs and bend at the waist. Stick your hips out, stick your butt out, jump as high as you can. Now, if you are already extended, if you already have your legs extended all the way, you are not going to be able to jump as high as possible. It just does not work that way. So for that reason, we can take that and carry that into your throw. The ability to pop your hip has to deal with the position of your lower body in the proper power position. So what I'm talking about is when you're in the power position, okay, you've got all the weight over the back foot. There is hardly any weight, there's almost no weight on the foot that's closest to the toe board or the front of the circle. As you turn, the first thing that happens is you turn your feet. As the feet turn, you then extend the knee, and then you are to turn and pop that hip. You squeeze your butt, you squeeze your glutes, and that's going to push your hips up and forward in the air. Now, if you don't do the progression, if you don't work in that progression out of your power position, you are never going to be able to pop your hip. So for example, if you're in the power position and before you turn the feet, you start to extend the knee. You don't turn the feet, but you extend the knee. Now your hips are locked and you're not able to turn the hips all the way around down that throwing sector. At the same time, if you only turn the feet and you never extend the knee, if you just turn the feet and then go to throw, your butt is going to be sticking backwards. You're not going to be able to physically push those hips forward, squeeze your butt, and push the hips forward down the middle of that throwing sector. So the ability to pop your hips, the ability to throw your hips up and in the air has to deal with your ability to get in the right position as you come out of the glide or as you come out of the back of the circle in the discus. Now, if you are going through the proper progression where you're turning the feet, then extending the knee, and then squeezing your butt and getting the hips forward, and you don't feel like there's a lot of pop, it probably has to deal with your center of gravity and where the weight is. So for example, if you come out of the glide and you don't have the weight properly over the back power leg, if you have the weight already forward and you go to turn the feet, and then you extend the knee, again, you are not going to be able to push those hips forward. Your hips are going to be locked closed and you are never going to be able to push forward. Your weight is already forward, so how are you going to be able to push those hips forward if your weight is already forward? So that's two things to keep an eye out for as you go through your standing throws and as you go through your full throws with the shot and the discus. Make sure that your weight is back over the power foot, over the power leg, and make sure that you are progressing from the ground up. Feet, knee, hip. If you have any other questions out there, guys, please make sure to ask them. This is a question which, if you went through and watched all of the videos, there are a lot of videos on the YouTube channel and on the blog, but if you went through and watched all those videos, this question was not specifically asked, but it was touched upon in a lot of different shot put and discus videos. So if anybody else out there needs clarification on something like this, that's what I'm here for. Make sure you go online, primalatc.com, go right into the comments section and leave a question for me. I'll get it answered right here on the blog. I'll get it answered for you here on the YouTube videos, and you'll be helping out throwers from all over the world that check out these videos and are learning to throw on a day-to-day basis. Hope to hear from you soon.